Hi guys, this is Devansh. Welcome to the next session. In the last session, we covered data modeling, precisely star data modeling. In this session, we will be covering Snowflake data modeling. We will also be covering dual relationship, cardinality, and we'll be doing a small example to understand on the data relationship, of course, on how the data modeling is working. We already had one example on data modeling. We will have one more on Snowflake data modeling. Okay, but to begin with, I'll spend 30 seconds on covering what we covered last time. So basically, this was our star data modeling. Okay, so whenever it's star data modeling, I'll be just using the word data modeling. Now, this is level one. For Snowflake data modeling, there, there is necessity that it has to be more than level one. It can be level two, three, four, and but it has to be more than level one. Now to do that, to demo that, let me pull a few more data. CSV again, let me pull product category. Let's load it. Okay, right here. And let me add product subcategory as well. Just scroll, just load it. All right. And for demo, I need to give you a demo. So for that, let me pull one more set of data. Returns, product returns data. Okay. So you would have got to know that by now, this is the dimension, this is the dimension, and this is the fact. This is the fact, and this is the fact, right? Because it has data, written quantity. The dimension wouldn't have that. See that? Now, product subcategory. How do I connect product subcategory with sales? It is not possible, right? So how will, if I need to pull the data for product subcategory, how will I do that? There is no key on the basis of which I can connect it. But if we take a look, let me rearrange a little. Let me put this over here. Okay. And let me put this over here. Now, I hope you're not getting confused just by the looks, because you see right now it is pretty simple to understand. So state connection over here, state connection over here, and state connection over here. If I just scroll down, right? I can use this box to demo you, right? So it's pretty clean looking data model that we have. Now to connect to this, what we can do is we can actually take an indirect way. I can connect my product subcategory at the last. So this is the product subcategory. Click it, hold it, drop it on product subcategory. Now I can still pull the data for this product subcategory from here, right? So this is connected on the basis of product key, and this is connected on the basis of subcategory. And for product category, let me pull this down. Product subcategory, I can still connect product subcategory with product subcategory. So now we have a three level, level one, level two, level three. So don't go by this number one. It does not define the, it does not define the level. It defines the kind of relationship. Okay. So here product category is, product subcategory is my primary key. Product category is, now we did a mistake. Let me delete this relationship. So we are connected products with product subcategory. And this has to be connected by product category key, right? See, okay, now this is correct. So here in this, we have product subcategory as our primary key and product category is my foreign key for this particular data set. Let me repeat, product subcategory is my primary key, product category is my foreign key. Okay, so let's keep this aside. If we move it over here, so this entire thing, excluding this returns part, this this is not the part of data model because it's not connected to anything. This entire thing is called Snowflake data modeling. Okay, now let's let me tell you that we can actually connect subcategory name. Let's assume that subcategory name and subcategory name, I connect this. Now you see we have two connections over here, right? Now this with the solid line is my primary connection. This with the dotted line is my secondary connection, or you can say primary and secondary, or you can say active and inactive. Now, if I hover on this line and double click on that, it shows that make this relationship active. It's anyways active. And if I double click on this line, it is not active. Now, if I need to make this active, I cannot directly click on that and make it active. It will give me an error. Okay, so cancel it. First, what I have to do is I have to go to this relationship, make it inactive, click on OK. Now both are inactive. Now I have to come here and then make this as active and click on OK. Right now, but I don't want this. That was just for the demo purpose. You can double click and make it active. Okay. Now, other thing, if I need to delete, I can just right click and delete. And now let's say I want to see all the relationships. I can just come to home, manage relationships. I can see all the relationships which we have created. I can select on anything and I can click on edit. And I can click on edit. After that, I can change the kind of relationship we have. So in this, we have relationship on the basis of product key and product key. I can change to this. But of course, this is just for the demo purpose. This is not the correct way of, this is not the right key to connect. That's why we are getting error. This relationship has cardinality many to many. Now, this is an important thing. Let me cancel it. Let me close this. Now, hope you have understood till here. Now, for cardinality, I have created an Excel. Let's say we have two data. Okay, one data has product, two data sets. Let's assume these are two different Excels, blue and green. One Excel has a product ID name and SKU, and it has a product ID 1 and 1. And this has product 111 ID 3 and 4 because maybe we are collecting it by transaction. One transaction happened by product ID for product ID 1 on this date. Another transaction happened for product ID this on this day, or maybe this can also be just to make things more. Okay, both are 2019, 1 and 5. Now, if we are connecting on the basis of product ID and product ID, because this is my key, right? Okay, if I'm connecting my table on the basis of this and this as the primary key, what is going to happen is it's going to get confused. So product ID 1 has the product name is ABC from SKU this transaction 3. But if I'm pulling for ABC, I'm getting confused. It's transaction 3 or 5 or 7. Or if I'm pulling it in reverse, it belongs to which SKU, this or this. So it is, we have to understand that the relationship has to be one to many. Okay. So just to give you a small demo, let us say that for returns if I try to connect product key here with product key here, this relationship has cardinality many to many. Exactly what I just explained you. Okay, this should only be used if it is expected that neither column contain unique values, which is not true in our case, and that the significantly different behavior of many to many relationship is understood. So be extremely careful that this kind of, you should never have this kind of issue. If you have this kind of issue, you're done. Your report might look correct, but it will have weird data, which will of course not be right if you summarize. So not connect that. Rule number one. Rule number two is do not connect your fact with another fact. This is your data table, right? This table is this table. We are calling it fact, dimension fact. So don't connect your fact with another fact. Now, what we have to do is we have to pull the data from our existing data model. But before doing that, let us create some space. Okay. Now let's go to chart, click on it. Okay, we have order quantity, we have product key. We in the last session we took a demo that how before creating the data model, how these numbers were not correct for the product key, right? It was all 8 4 1 and 4 because the data tables were not connected. But after data modeling, we found this was correct. Now what we have to do is let's go to, you see our returns table is right here. Let's go to returns table, click this and drop it right here. You see, similar kind of problem that we are facing, returns quantity is all 1828. Exactly, the reason being our returns table is not in the data model, right? How do I put that in the data model? I cannot connect my fact to the fact. So we need to focus on what is the indirect way of doing it. I can connect my territory key with my sales territory key. Okay. And so I can highlight, okay, it's correct. My return date with my date and so we connected our territory key, we connected our return date, we can connect product key. Product key will be in product dimension, here, right here. So product key with product key. Okay. Now this is our Snowflake data model again. So anyways, it was, I just gave you another demo that for sales, which is connected to product, which is further connected to returns. Our return is not connected directly. Okay, now let's go back to charts. And you see the numbers have changed. This is the right way of pulling, correct? Now let us say, I don't want it by product key. I want it by gender. So I can, where will be my gender? It will be in my customers, right? You can go to customers. I can click hold gender, drop in the rows. It gave me a plus sign, exactly the way it functions in pivot, but I don't want this right now. I clicked on it. It is giving me a figure like this. Let me remove product key. I don't want product key. I just crossed it. Now you see the returns quantity is not correct for gender. Why? Let me come back to the data model and you see the reason being gender is not even there is absolutely no connection between gender and returns. Correct? There is absolutely no connection between genders and return. So that is why we are not able to pull the right data. The only way we can connect customer with returns is by customer key, but the problem is we don't have customer key over here. The reason why I am giving you this example is because when you're working on big data, you will be pulling data from various sources, and not all sources will have all the all the all the primary keys, or all the main keys, right? That point in time, you will face this kind of trouble, that how do you connect your various sources of data to build the right model, or to have the right kind of filter. So here, if you're getting this report for the leadership or for the business intelligence, you cannot actually drill down at the general level, because there is no way you can connect your customers with the returns, right? All right, guys. Hope this session was helpful. This is, as I said, for the data model. I'm saying the same thing for this session. So you need to be very thorough with data modeling. When I say data modeling, it covers star data modeling and Snowflake data modeling both. Right? You need to be very thorough with it. Otherwise, you'll not. If you're proceeding without being thorough on this, you'll be making mistakes that you will not even realize. Maybe your seniors will also not realize, because they will believe that the data that you're providing is correct. Okay. All right, guys. This is Devansh signing off. Thank you so much. Bye bye.